Welcome back. Welcome back to Jan's views on Maths Australia 2025. Today, listen, let's look at Jacqui. Let's look at Jacqui and Ryan. There they are. I tell you guys, they're a couple of numpties. They really are. Like numpties to the highest degree. Anyway, I've just watched them. They've all gone on their sort of retreat in Byron Bay. And Jacqui's got, they're all sort of happy. Jacqui's happy because, you know, she's getting her leg over with old Ryan. Like, Jacqui, are you that desperate? Really? Anyway, so she's happy, right? She's getting her end away with him, but she can't keep her mouth shut. So when the girls are sort of, you know, having a get together and sort of chatting and that, she shared a few things because now she feels like she's one of them because her marriage has been consummated with the drip. So she starts telling the people, like, oh, she said, well, yeah, we have sort of we have done it, but we can only do it sort of around Ryan going to the gym. What? He's told her that he can't do it in the morning and because he has to save all his testosterone, guys, to go to the gym. So she's like, oh, all right then. Anyway, so when she tells the girls, they're all like agog. Are you having a laugh? What's he talking about? So anyway, it's actually quite sad. I don't know why I'm so excited and so just you're so giggly about it, but it's just insane, especially when you think these people, they're in their 30s, these two, and they act like 13-year-olds. Anyway, so they're on this retreat with all the other couples and everyone, you know, they're all gelling, apart from miserable. What's her name? I'm going to talk about her in a minute. Or I might do another video on her. Lauren. Oh, come on, Lauren. Sort yourself out. Lauren thinks she's the Queen of England. She's not. She really isn't. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So these two, right, they're all sat around the campfire with all the other couples. And you know, the whole objective of this experiment is that, you know, everyone makes friends with everybody else and, you know, you sort of share things that are troubling you with the other couples. So they're all sat by the fire, and then somebody sort of drops it into the conversation. I knew someone was going to do it. I think it may have been Jamie. And sort of said, because Ryan picked up a log to put onto the fire, and she said, oh, don't use up too much testosterone. And then he sat down, and of course everybody was roaring with laughter. His face went like thunder. So then he's like, then somebody else said something like, yeah, well, you know, we don't want you wasting, you know, all your testosterone, sort of thing. And then somebody quite blatantly asks him, what's this nonsense about you can't supply the goods to Jacqui if you're going to the gym? What's that about? So he's got, you should see their faces. Honestly, it's a shame I can't show the videos on here. Actually, it's just as well I can't, because I would just be roaring and you wouldn't be able to hear anything. So yeah, that's probably a good thing. So anyway, he's sat there like thunder, and then all of a sudden he's gone, and then a couple of the guys are ribbing him. I mean, yeah, and the girls, some of them are ribbing him and like, what are you talking about? So you'd rather go to the gym than bed your lovely wife? And And he's getting more and more uncomfortable. So he then, surreptitiously says to Jacqui, "Oh, let's go and we'll go and have a sit down over there. We'll go over there and have a talk. Listen, I'm fed up with these feeble women who don't stand up for themselves." What she should have said was, "No, I'm staying here. If you don't like it, tough titties, but I'm staying here." But instead, she got up and shuffled over, followed him to a different area, and there they sat with him telling her off like she was like a naughty schoolgirl for talking out of turn. And he was like, "Listen, you shouldn't talk about our marriage. You shouldn't talk about our sex life." And actually, I will say, I applauded her when she said, "Well, didn't you say didn't you talk about it first, though, Ryan? Like when you said that I was good at," and he was like, I mean, honestly, me just talking about it isn't really good enough because you really do need to see it." So he sort of sat there all blustered, and then he says something else, and she was like, he was like, "Oh, well, I like to keep our sexual relationship private, and this and that, and I don't understand why you would come out and why would you say it anyway." And she's like, "Well, it was just girly chat. It's what girls do, They sort of get together and just sort of chat. And, that's why we're all here." And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't want my sex life spoken to, spoken about by all the crowds of it." Oh, God, he's so pretentious. I just want to give him a slap. He really is pretentious. And Jacqui needs to sort her head out and run. Run for the hills, woman. Anyway, I digress. So then he gets down like really quiet, really threatening like, and says, "Well, I shall say this only once. If you talk about it again, then that will be the end of our relationship." If that were me, I'd have got up and said, "Great, I'm off. Laters." Ah. Instead, a couple of the other girls came over. Now, one of them was Beth, who's an English girl. I think she's a northerner. And the other one was it Jamie or somebody? I can't remember who the other one was. Anyway, so they come over and sort of jump in on the conversation. "Everything all right, guys?" And knowing full well that it wasn't. So they're trying to sort of smooth it over between these two weirdos. And so then, of course, he's like, "Oh, yeah, well, just not very happy, not gonna da da da." And then the Brit says, typically British, says to him, "So you'd rather go to the gym than have a piece of your wife's," can't say it on here. Suffice to say, it rhymes with fussy. Fussy. Yeah, get it? Anyway, so he acts all like, "Oh my God, that's a disgusting thing to say. How dare you say that? Oh, get out of here, man. You twat." People like that always try and turn the narrative, don't they? Right, oh, you're acting like a plonker. It's you that's acting like a plonker, saying that she can only have you. She can only have your appendage when it suits you. And that's what the girls were trying to say to him. Well, that went down like a lead balloon, guys. It did. Oh God. And I should be in bed. But I thought, you know what? Firstly, I want to thank all three of you that watched this video, and I hope you'll come back and watch the last video, and I hope you come back and watch this video, because I'm going to try and do, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, I'm going to try and talk on this, because honestly, it's just insane. So poor old Jacqui, she's had a bit of a rough ride on this on this program. because what actually happened on their wedding day, and I meant to say it in the first video, listen, brain everywhere. This is all spontaneous, guys. Anyway, so Jacqui on her wedding day with with old Dumb over there, you know, and they do that dance, and they were doing like their first dance, and then they sort of he dipped her. Is that the word? I don't know. Anyway, he dropped her. That was it. And he was so upset. He went and spoke to the producers and said, "Oh, would you mind taking that out of the editing, because you know I don't want to look a fool." I'm like, I was like, yeah, it's a bit too late for that, mate. You look like a fool, and you are a fool. You're pretentious. Anyway, so that's what happened tonight, guys. All joyful. Tomorrow, I need to talk about other people. There's other people in there. But as I put Jacqui and Ryan on here, I should stick to that. I'm just thinking, give me 5 minutes. Right, quickly. Athena and Adrian, they're at this retreat now. Everything's hunky-dory. Yeah, Athena's forgotten how unsuitable Adrian is for his stepfather role, potential stepfather role. Shagging away she is with him. I'm sorry, she's gone down in my estimation. No, sorry, girl. No. What are you doing? This man... You have to be careful what you say on YouTube, don't you? But look at his eyes. Just, yeah. No. And she had the opportunity to leave yesterday in the commitment ceremony. And guess what she wrote? Stay. Even though the week before she wrote leave. Now she wants to stay because we've got such a great physical affection for each other. So yeah, I want to give it another go. Oh, I'm sorry. She gives women a bad name. That's it. Nah. Sorry. So they're there frolicking in the pool, having a whale of a time. She's having a whale of a time in the bedroom. Yeah, what happened to your son? Anyway, that's it. I'm off now. I'm going to try and get one a day of these out because I'm already halfway in. We're already halfway in, guys. And yeah, so I need to get my act together. So hopefully I'll get a few more than 3 views. Do you know what? I don't really care, I have to say. Although if you do click on it and you enjoy it, give it a like and maybe think about, subscribing to my channel. I've got loads of things on here, but I'm going to head off now and take myself to bed. And yeah, that's it really. All a bit frantic, but I tell you, Mafs gets you like that, guys. It's insane. Anyway, until the next one, you take care of yourselves out there because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next time, bye-bye for now.